I'm Alex from Yoga for Change, and today I'll be going through a 30-minute flow reboot specified for teens. A lot of what we'll be doing is great for the nervous system to help with any anxiety, anger, or frustration you may be feeling in this time. It's also a really good opportunity to take a break from online schoolwork, or if you have any tests that you're nervous for. Also a really great way to just kind of get out of your mind and get more into the present moment and be confident with what you are doing. So we'll start off on the yoga mat, or if you have a towel, if you don't have a mat, on the floor, carpet, whatever is available to you. And sit comfortably, crisscross. And see if you can sit up and lengthen your spine as much as you can. Bring your hands right to your belly and spread your fingers really wide. We'll go into some breathing first, and I'm a visual learner, so I like to use Hoberman Sphere, aka the breathing orb. And I use this when I want to practice breathing properly through my belly, also known as the diaphragm. And how it works is every time you inhale, you expand the orb, and every time you exhale, you bring back into the center, the orb. Inhale, expand out, and what's happening with your hands is you're rising, and you fall. And you rise and fall to the beat of the orb. So we'll do that for 3 breaths first. Sit up tall, hands at your belly. You might even close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you as well. And just start to breathe in through your nose and take your time working at the pace of the orb. And exhale, bring it all back in. 2 more times in. And out. And 1 more time. And back in. Awesome. Continue to breathe, and you can bring your hands back to your knees. And just take a moment to check in with where you are. Give 1 word to yourself of how you're feeling right now. And think of 1 thing that you're grateful for today. It can be anything at all, and something that means a lot to you and makes you feel happy and whole. And then once you've thought of that 1 thing, start to make your way onto the mat if you're not there already. And we'll start off with a little bit of light movement and work our way through into a nice meditation at the end of class. Start off sitting up tall and shrug your shoulders towards your ears. And with an exhale, let it go. Just let everything go like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders. Do that 3 times. Inhale, lift up towards your ears, and exhale, drop. Again, inhale, lift your shoulders, and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Let all of the frustration, the worries, the fears, the boredom, let all of it go. Start to roll your shoulders out in big circles forwards, and big circles back. Reach your arms all the way up over your head and look towards your fingers. Exhale, bring them back down by your sides. Think of Spider-Man fingers suction cupped to the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm over your head, and exhale, reach all the way to the right side. You might notice your elbow kind of creeps towards the mat. Wherever you are, wherever your body feels the best, stay there. Look towards your fingers and take an inhale. Exhale back to center. Drop your left hand, reach your right arm up. Inhale. And exhale, drop to the left side. Look towards your fingers, take a breath in. Imagine expanding the breathing orb. And as you exhale, bring it back up. Reach both of your hands up, look towards your fingers. And slowly fold forwards. Bring your hands out in front of you. Drop your forehead. And wherever your hands place, you can either walk back a bit if it's really stretchy in your back. If you need a little bit more, walk your fingers forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, come back to center by walking your hands up. Bring them by your side now. So your fingertips are pointed away from you, right by your side. Press down as if you're going to float off the yoga mat. Lift your collarbone, lift your chin, and press your knees away from you so that you lift up off of your yoga mat. Tilt your head back. Take a belly breath in through your nose. And out. Slowly come back to your yoga mat. Awesome. We're going to do that one more time. So plant your hands right beside you. Inhale, press down. Press your knees away and lift your body. Drop your chin back. Take an inhale. And exhale, drop. Let go of your hands and shake them out. Give them a little shake. Shaking is really good for nervous energy. So think of like shaking the bad vibes off. Whatever helps it stick in your mind. And I'm going to turn to the side. If you're already facing the top of your mat, stay there. But we're going to come into child's posture. Bring your knees to the edges of your mat, your big toes together. And reach your arms all the way out in front of you. Take 3 breaths in. Spread your fingers wide. And soften out all the muscles of your back. And with your last inhale, come all the way up into a tabletop. So your hands and your knees and your toes are all in one line. And you just want to reach your left foot back. Bring your toes to the floor. And then reach your right arm out as if you're going to shake someone's hand. We're practicing social distancing, so we're shaking from afar. You can stay right here or lift your back leg off of the ground. Take a really big breath in and squeeze your belly in to the midline so you feel a lot more stable, a lot more strong here. And reach a mile in each direction. And then bring your knee and your elbow together. Inhale, reach out in opposite directions again. And bring your elbow and your knee to touch. One more time, reach all the way out. And drop your hands back to the floor. Tuck your toes and sit back on your toes. Shake out your hands again. Give them a little shake. You're also getting a lot of good stretchies right on the bottoms of your feet. And then come back to your tabletop. Do the same thing with the other side. Reach your right toes back. Let them touch the floor. Shake hands with your left hand. Stay right here or lift your back toes. And as you breathe in, reach in opposite directions like I've got a hold of your hand and your foot. Bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach all the way out. and bring it back in. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, drop it down. Come into the back toe tuck, how we did before, stretch it out. And from here, we're gonna work our way up to standing. So with your hands to the floor beside you, come onto the balls of your feet, so you're kind of crouching here. And then simply stand up, all the way up. Awesome. So you should be facing the back, or be at the back of your yoga mat. Bring your feet straight ahead, your toes to reach straight ahead. And take one giant step forwards with your left leg. Awesome. And then we want to turn both of our toes to pivot, so we are in like a wide-legged stand here. Awesome. And reach your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring them back to the side into like a starfish. Again, inhale, reach all the way up over your head, look toward your fingers. And back down. Do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. So the same left toes that you took one giant step forward, turn them out. Awesome. Lift up through the top of your head, and as you exhale, bend your left knee only, coming into our first posture, Warrior Two. So here, your back leg is straight and strong, your arms are strong. A really good sentence that I like to say here is, I am confident. Whenever I'm feeling stressed or down, or speaking badly of myself, I'll usually come into a Warrior series and give myself some affirmations. So yours might be, I am strong, I am smart, I am beautiful. Whatever that is for you, take a breath in here. Reach all the way up, straighten your front leg, and bring it back down, Warrior Jumping Jack. Do that 2 more times. Lift all the way up, and exhale down. 1 more time, up. And drop it back down to Warrior Two. Awesome. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes back to center. And drop your arms. Give them a little shake. And then bring them all the way back up. Same thing we did to the left, we're going to do to the right. So turn your right toes out to the side. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen all the way up. And on your exhale, bend your right knee only. Look toward your fingers, and again, find another affirmation that you can think of. I am kind. I am grateful. I am compassionate. Whatever comes to mind for you. And come into 3 Warrior Jacks. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower. 1 more, up. And down. Awesome. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes to center, and then heel toe your feet all the way together. Drop your hands, roll your shoulders out, and come into mountain. So with your mountain, look down at your toes, make sure your toes are straight ahead, and lift your toes off of the ground. And if you've ever played the piano, think of playing the piano, or if you've seen someone play the piano, play the piano with your toes. Start to wiggle out your toes. It may feel silly or funky at first, but the more you play the piano with your toes, the stronger your feet, the stronger your legs will become. You start to be able to feel more balanced. And what that helps with is all of those balancing postures that we work on, and how does that translate into your life and what you're going through right now. So Press down into the floor with your toes, rise up really tall. And inhale your arms all the way up overhead. On your exhale, fold forwards into a forward fold. And here it's a-okay to bend your knees. I encourage you to bend your knees as much as you need to. And bring your hands either to your shins. If you are able to touch the floor, bring your hands to the floor. And think of ragdolling your arms, so just let them hang heavy. And what I like to call a palm tree in a hurricane, you just kind of sway them side to side. And you can do the same thing, grabbing opposite elbows, just sway side to side gently. Check in with how you're feeling. And come back to that one thing that you are grateful for today, whatever that thing is for you. Let your hands go and lift up halfway. Bring your hands to your shins. Think of a flat back. If I were to place a water bottle right on your back, it would stay nice and steady. Exhale, fold down. And slowly start to work your way all the way back up to mountain. Good. Take a wiggle out. Shake all of it out. Shake the legs, shake the hands, and come back into mountain. So I want to work on a little bit of balancing with you because it's awesome. It's one of my favorites, and maybe one that you already know, called tree. Bring your toes back to that piano-like movement, and then press them into the floor as much as you can. Imagine in your mind a tree. You are a tree, and everything from the bottom half down are roots. So think of growing roots into the floor. If you have a wall next to you and you'd like to move next to the wall, awesome, do that. And then just start to bring your hands up to your waist first. Bend your left leg and bring it right to your heel, right to the ankle. Sit up nice and tall. And if this is enough for you, stay right here. If you'd like to challenge yourself just a little bit more, bring your foot up to your calf and bring your hands to your heart. If you have the wall next to you, you can bring one hand to the wall, one hand to your center. And then from there, you can start to move off of the wall. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, reach your arms overhead and grow branches. So your fingers are spread wide and you reach up. Think really tall. Take a breath in. And bring it down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Give a little shake. Hit the reset button. And come back to the other side. Look down at your toes. Spread the toes. Bring your hands to your waist. And bring your right foot right to the ankle. Find a spot in front of you that you can stare at that's not moving. So you don't want to look at a car passing by. Find something on the wall or something that you can stare at and focus on. And then start to work your way into your tree, wherever you feel the most comfortable. Breathe in. Reach your arms all the way up overhead. Grow your branches. Spread your fingers wide. And bring them back down. Shake it out. Shake out your arms. And now I want to go into another balancing posture. And this one you may want to use the wall for. If you don't have a wall near you, it's okay, we can work without it. You want to turn towards the wall and grab a hold of your left foot. So you just want to lift and think of like when you do that quad stretch. You may do this in PE a lot of the times. And just hold on to your foot. And take some time here if you see yourself bouncing around or you're not really stable. Bring your belly in, find the wall that you can hold on to. And start to slowly push your foot away from you and lean forwards. So this is where the wall comes in handy. You can start to push your foot away from you. And if you don't have a wall, or if you'd like to try it without a wall, you'd simply take your hand off of the wall and reach it out in front of you. Breathe in, keep extending all the way up and all the way out. And then very slowly make your way back to the floor. Give a little shake. That one is called dance posture. And we'll try the same thing on the other side. So, feet ahead, stand nice and tall. Grab a hold of your right foot and hook it in your palm. And take some time here first so you can catch your balance. When you're ready, big breath in, lift up higher. And on your exhale, push your toes away from you. Bring your hand to the wall in front of you for balance. And if you're trying it without the wall, reach your arm all the way out. Belly in, take one more big breath in. And exhale, bring it back to your mat. Awesome. Come back to your mat. Right to the center is fine. Stand in mountain. And take an inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold, forward fold. And bring your hands to the floor. And step your feet all the way back into a high plank. Take a big breath in and drop your knees on the exhale. Come back into child's. Knees apart, big toes together. Take a full breath in. Walk your hands all the way back to your knees and sit to the floor. So you can easily cross your feet behind you and sit back. Extend your feet out in front of you. So from the side I look like a L shape. So I'm the letter L. See if you can do the same thing if your knees are bent. Excellent, stay there, but work on keeping your back level as well. So notice if you're like me and you're on your phone or your computer a lot, your shoulders like to droop in. Bring them back, straighten out your back, and look forward. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. With your next breath, lift your arms all the way up over your head so you're in a really big L. Exhale, fold forward slowly and drop your hands to the floor. See if you can keep your back straight and then drop your forehead. Take 3 breaths in here. Squeezing into your legs, so you want to press your legs down into the floor. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Walk your hands up, up, up. Bend your knees. Lift all the way up into a reverse tabletop. So just like our tabletop in the beginning of our class, we're flipping it. Lift, shoulders back, and drop your neck all the way back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Drop your hips. Reach your feet back out. Arms out. Work your core just a little bit and roll to the floor, all the way down. Reach your arms over your head and stretch through opposite sides of your body. So the same thing we did earlier. Imagine I have your hands and your feet and I'm pulling you in opposite directions and you feel 10 inches taller. Hug both knees into your body. Give yourself a big hug and rock side to side. Bring your hands under your legs and rock forward and back, rock and roll. Come back to the floor. Your knees are back into your body. Only extend your right leg out. And then do the same thing with your left leg. And we'll do that about 3 times to each side. Switch. And switch. And switch. Again. One more time to each side. Bring your knees back in and drop them to the floor. Bring your hands out by your sides and think of windshield wiping your knees left to right. That's the same movement your legs are going to make. So drop to the left and then drop to the right. And do that about 3 times to each side. Over to the left and to the right. Come back to center. Keep your feet where they are. Keep your hands where they are. Lift up into a bridge. So your head, your shoulders are still on the floor. Your feet are on the floor, but the rest of you is lifted. Keep looking towards the ceiling, towards the sky, wherever you are. And if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, lift your heels. Come onto your toes. Another great way that you can work into this as well is to just bend your elbows and bring your palms together to look like they're touching, almost like you're holding a beach ball in your hands. Take a breath. Lower your heels and slowly lower back to your mat. Bring both knees in to give yourself a hug. Rock side to side. Bring your forehead to your knees. And smile really big from ear to ear. Think of that one thing that you're grateful for today. And think of how you can go on about the rest of your day with the same feeling of gratitude. Let go of your feet, let go of your hands, and just let them plop to the floor. Think of a sand angel in the sand, or if you've ever made a snow angel in the snow, and just let your fingers and your toes soften, let them relax here. And start to close your eyes if it's comfortable. If you would rather look at the ceiling or find a spot to stare at just for the next few moments, find that spot. And as you start to settle in and you start to breathe and notice your breath, Let all of the muscles in your body just feel heavy on your yoga mat. Your shoulders, your jaw, all the muscles of your face, right between your eyebrows. And as you start to focus on all these body parts and focus on softening and relaxing on your mat, imagine around you, surrounding you, a cloud appears. And notice if this cloud is fluffy, if it's big, if it's a small cloud. But a little bit more and a little bit more, it starts to surround you until it's all around you and underneath you. You are now floating on a cloud. Take a moment to notice what the cloud feels like. Does it smell like anything? What does it look like? And you start to notice this cloud rise up from the yoga mat and start to slowly lift you up into the air. And as you're lifting up into the air, you notice that the sky around you is crystal blue. Are there other clouds in the sky? Or is it a bright, sunny, and clear day? Is it a little bit chilly outside? Or is the sun keeping you warm? And as you start to float higher and higher into the sky, you notice a couple birds flying past you. You take a look around. Is there anything else near you? Or is it just you? You take some time to look around and to feel what it feels like to float on a cloud. And the feelings of gratitude that we've come to throughout the practice start to fill your entire body. You feel free. You feel love. And most of all, gratitude. And soon enough, your cloud starts to slowly bring you back to the ground, right onto your yoga mat. It places you gently back on the mat, and the same way that this cloud appeared is the same way that it disappears. And you just take a moment here to think about how your ride on a cloud went. and just start to focus back in on your breath. Expand your belly like you expand the breathing orb. And exhale back in. Again, inhale and fill your belly. And exhale, let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes very slowly. Make very light movements to your neck, left and right. And give one good stretch overhead, like you first wake up in the morning when you reach side to side. And slowly bend your knees. Roll onto the side of your body just for a moment. And then use your hands to press you all the way up into a seat. You've come full circle. And you begin the same way that you end. Take one breath in. Take one breath out. And slowly open your eyes if your eyes are closed. We've been visited by Onyx. But just start to look around the room slowly. Notice any colors that you see: blue, green, red. It's an easy way to bring you back to the present moment. I thank you so much for breathing with me, for moving with me, and meditating with me. Until I see you again, have a great day. And check out all of our other awesome YouTube videos on our channel. Thank you.